interest calculation. Interest calculation. Don't miss the classes. Okay, maintain the same attendance until last class. Okay, so take the classes seriously. Don't make me to follow up on daily basis. Please understand. There are two types of interest calculations. There are two types of interest calculations. There are two types of interest calculations. First one, bank account interest calculation. Bank account interest calculation. So which is also known as balance interest calculation. So both are same. Okay, don't get confused. And second one, item interest calculation. Item interest calculation. Okay, item interest calculation is what? Okay, which is calculated arrears interest calculation. Okay, example, vendors open items, customers open items. Okay, on basis it will calculate it. Item. Item interest calculation is also known as arrears interest calculation. Means vendors or customers open items basis. Example, okay, if customer couldn't make the payment in time, we can charge interest, or maybe we purchase something. We have taken services. We are supposed to pay some amount to vendors. So in case we couldn't make the payment to vendor in time, so vendor can charge interest. So that interest is called as item interest calculation. Balance interest calculation is nothing but bank interest term loans. So if you take the term loans from bank, how to calculate interest. So it's going to be covered here. Okay, good. So two types of interest calculation. So currently we are in general ledger accounting. So first learn it here. Okay, bank account interest calculation. Next, when we come to accounts payable or account receivable, so we will cover this item interest calculation. Okay, leave it. So first start bank account interest calculation. Heading. Bank account interest calculation. Bank account interest calculation. Okay, that is the topic I'm going to cover in this session. Write down the configuration steps. For each activity, you have to configure, right? First, okay, before going to make the system ready for users to replicate this process. Okay, first you have to configure the system in IMB screen backend, and users will post daily data transactions in front-end easy access screen. So first, okay, we are going to make the system ready for our users to post interest transactions, bank term loan transactions and all. Okay, how to set up the system, we are going to understand it. Okay, put heading configuration activities. 1 second. One second. Okay. So first you have to configure the system, then we need to run the business transactions. Okay, in SAP system. So let us see what kind of settings are required. Okay, to replicate bank interest, to calculate bank interest calculation process in SAP system. Okay. All the settings are done in SPRO, right? Back in IM screen. So you have to go like this. Okay. And here, financial accounting new, generalized accounting new, business transactions, bank account interest calculation. All the settings required for bank account interest calculations are available here. So like this, different subsections also available. So you should understand all these activities. The starting activity, this is ending activity. These are steps required to replicate the process. Okay, first one by one. Okay, we will go ahead and write it down. Okay, write down the first step. First step, define interest calculation types. First step, put heading configuration settings. Okay, below that, first step. Define interest calculation types. Define interest calculation types. Define interest calculation types. Okay, say define interest calculation types. Okay, path point of view. Okay, you should know the path. Okay, anyway, it is there, but here write it down, please. Write down the path. SPRO, side by side, put arrow mark and write down. Financial accounting new. Okay, here, financial accounting new. Next, general ledger accounting new. Put arrow mark and write down side by side. Next, business transactions. Business transactions. Bank account interest calculation. Bank account interest calculation. Interest calculation global settings. Interest calculation global settings. Define interest rate calculation types. Define interest calculation types. Define interest calculation types. So now you understand the path, right? Okay, apart from path, you should understand the transaction code also, right? Okay, so you know very well how to see the transaction code. Additional information, display key, IMG activity. So like this, if you navigate it, okay, additional information will be open. In this additional information, last 4 digit is the transaction code. Okay, your T code is OB46. Okay, write down the transaction code. Okay. Write down the transaction. Transaction code is here OB46. So now you understand the path to T code, right? Good. Okay, here you should understand what we are going to do in this transaction. Okay, so first you have to go through the documentation. Understand? So here it will explain you, Basu. In this activity, you're going to create the interest indicators and specify that they are to be used for account balance interest calculation or not. Example. Okay, like this. Okay, some kind of information is there. Okay, go through it. Please go through it. Okay, apart from that, on each and every activity, I would give you some kind of explanation in easy pattern from our end. So in that case, always go through this explanation. Okay, you can easily understand this. See, same thing is mentioned here also. But here if we go through it, see what it says. In this activity, you create interest indicator and specify that are to be used for account interest calculations. But here I clearly mentioned. What did I mention? In this activity, we do create interest indicator and specify what type of interest calculation it is for. Okay, whether it is item interest calculation or balance interest calculation. See, like this in easy pattern. Okay, entry point of view, the question. Okay, it will be useful. So that's why I told you, always follow my classroom notes. This is enough. On each and every activity, what kind of questions you would be asked. So that is more than enough. Okay, no need to refer any other notes to prepare for interviews. Just to follow our classroom notes, running notes, whatever I'm giving on daily basis. Okay, good. Yeah, write down summary of the transaction. I'll show you what to do, but write it down here. Or else wait, I'll show you. And after that, you can write it. Okay, please wait. See here. Now you have an idea, right? What we are going to do. Okay, let me go on. Let's configure it. So these are all existing interest indicators. Forget. We have to create new entries. Click on new entries button. Interest indicator key. Anything you can enter. Any 2 digits alphanumerical key. Okay, you can enter it. Example, ZI or any IA. Anything. Okay, whatever you want to enter. YI. Okay, anything you enter it. Example, in this case, ZI. Description of interest indicator. ZI. Anything. Okay. Next, I will explain this later. So next, item interest calculation types. We have 2 types of interest calculations, right? One is balance interest calculation. Another one is item interest calculation. This is not required for us. Leave it. So one is balance interest calculation. Another one is item interest calculation. So balance interest calculation, I told you, whenever we take the terminals, okay, we do calculate balance interest calculation from banks. Item interest calculation means arrears interest calculation, nothing but vendors and customers over item basis, due items basis. Okay, we will calculate it. But now I'm going to calculate. Okay, I'm going to make the settings required for bank account interest calculation. Then I have to select here. Okay, balance interest calculation. Clear? That's it. So what is already existed. Huh? Okay, so then let me give you another name, ZDA, something like this. Anything you can enter it. Okay, now this is where you have to define it. So account number as interest indicator. In case, okay, for example, if you are interested, what is the use of the checkbox, right? Keep the cursor over there, right click and click on help button. Then it will give you more explanation about this. See, also this indicator is specifies whether it indicator, okay, which determines the account number is used as external or extended interest indicator in the interest terms. Generally, we don't require anything. Okay, then don't select it. In case account number will be used as extended interest indicator in that particular bank, I don't want. So leave it. So not required. So simply save this. So what summary? What did you understand here? What did you understand? In this activity, we define the interest indicator and specify what type of interest indicator it is, whether the interest indicator is for balance interest indicator for balance interest calculation purpose, item interest calculation purpose. Here we have specified it. Okay, good. Write down the summary of this transaction. Note. In this activity, we do create an interest indicator. We do create an interest indicator and specify and specify what type of interest calculation it is used for. What type of interest calculation it is used for. Example, whether it is for balance interest calculation or item interest calculation. So we have to specify it. Okay, write it down. Whether it is for balance interest calculation or item interest calculation. That's what we did inside. But in this Excel sheet, right, only, okay, here explanation is there. But how to enter the values, which fields you are supposed to select and all. So you can refer our running notes, the FI book or Word document. Okay, there, step by step, spoon feeding level. Okay, what kind of values or inputs you are supposed to enter while performing this activity. Okay, this Excel sheet will give you more explanation. Okay, from knowledge point of view, entry point of view, from real-time point of view. Okay, good. First step is completed. Any doubt on this? Very simple. I just created interest indicator and specified the interest indicator is going to be used for, okay, what type of interest calculation. We have two types of interest calculation. One is balance interest, another one is item interest. Now in this case, balance interest. I have selected it. That's it. Simple. Nothing is there. Each and every activity like this, you understand. Okay. Don't simply perform it. If you perform an activity, what is the benefit of that activity in the organization? Okay. Good. So now here I have declared what type of interest indicator is following. Good. That is the use of this activity. Second thing, prepare account balance interest calculation settings. If you are familiar to configure these settings, right, almost 60 to 70% to item interest calculation also same as it is. Okay, will be performed. Anyway, write down here. Next activity, prepare account balance interest calculations. Prepare account balance interest calculation. Hope you can hear me clearly. Some people are going to offline due to network issues. Kiran Karanam. Can you hear me, Naveen? Sai Pawan.
Yes, Vasant.
Yes, Vasant.
Yeah. Hope it's clear. Good. Right now. Kiran Karanam. Now, okay, now you can hear correct, but you're going offline frequently. Check your network issues. Yeah, I know. Okay, write down. Second step. Prepare account balance interest calculation. Okay. Path the same path as the above one. Path same as the above one. Path same as the above one. So I told you path for first step, right? Same path in reach. Okay. Like this for each and every activity, you should understand the purpose, where, how, result. So path same path. T code OBAA. OBAA. Okay, within bracket you can write it out for your quick reference purpose. So that doesn't mean that you need to use T code. Okay, whenever it's required, okay, you can use it quickly. That's it. Okay, T code OBAA, same path. Now let's see what we do in this activity. Then I'll give you a summary of the transaction. Go inside. So here, these are all existing indicators. Forget. Go to new entries button. Now what is the interest indicator just now I created? ZDA, right? Enter ZDA. Here we are going to specify some kind of attributes. You know what kind of attributes we are going to specify? Interest calculation frequency. Means how frequent the interest has to be calculated. Monthly once, 2 months once, 3 months once, you have to declare it. Example, monthly once. So select it. Is any fixed date to settle? So then you can specify here settlement date. Otherwise, it will be first. Okay, fine. Next, calendar type. So calendar type means here to calculate interest. So minimum 30 days in a month. So per year 360 days. Here 30 days in a month. Year wise 365 days. And minimum 20 days, maximum 31 days, per year 360 days. And minimum 20 days, maximum 31 days, and per year 365 days. So based on the based on the type, you have to select it. So can anyone tell me which is the relevant one for us here? Which is the relevant one here?
Yeah, G will be relevant for us, I believe.
Correct. Correct. See, minimum 20 days, maximum 31 days, per year 365 days. Super. Select it. That's it. You no need to specify any other attributes, not required. So this terms of payments and also vendor point of view. So if you understand this, almost 60 to 70% similar to accounts payable and account receivable point of view. Okay, the item interest calculation settings same. Okay. So now here from GL point of view, that's it. We don't require anything. And here, save it. If I ask you, what did you do in this transaction? Okay, how will you explain? What is the use of this transaction? It's very simple. Okay, sometimes if there is no any explanation, also you have to create, okay, on your own. Okay, the way how to explain this. So if I ask you, okay, in this transaction, okay, what do you do in this transaction? Very simple. In this transaction, we do specify some attributes like interest calculation frequency, whether the interest has to be calculated monthly once or 2 months once, etc. And also specify the calendar type. Simple. Like this, at least 2-3 points you have to talk about the particular skill. What do we do in that particular activity? If someone asks entry point of view, what is the use of prepare account balance interest calculation? Why I need to perform it? Very simple. Here we do specify interest calculation frequency and interest calculation type, calendar type. Okay. If you don't specify these things, how system will understand whether the interest has to be calculated monthly once or 2 months once? And what is the base to calculate interest for how many days in a month? So these details are very, very important. So just understand and write down. Second step summary. Like this, you have to understand each and every activity's purpose. Write down. In this activity, we do specify the interest calculation frequency. In this activity, we do specify the interest calculation frequency. Whether it is monthly, quarterly, etc. And calendar type. Okay. So in this activity, we do specify the interest calculation frequency. Means whether it is monthly or quarterly, etc. And calendar type. Okay. Good. This is a summary of this transaction. Clear? Now you are familiar to these two steps. First step is specify interest indicator, and second step is specify the interest calculation frequency. Okay, like this, each and every activity has its own function. Observe, nobody will configure the activity simply. If I am configuring, so that means compulsory there is one unique importance. Okay, good. Next, define interest rates. Define reference interest rates. Define reference interest rates. Define reference interest rates. Define reference interest rates. Almost the same path. Okay, you no need to write down the path again and time waste. Okay, just a subsection. Okay, instead of here, you have to navigate like this and come. Same path. Write down the path. Same as the above one. Path. Same as the above one. T code OBAC. 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 Define reference interest rates. T code OBAC. Path, same path, OBAC. Good. So you should understand what is the use of this activity. Okay, so you can go through it. Here it will explain you. In this activity, you are going to create the reference interest rates by entering a key or numeric number, whatever it is. Example. But what is the use of this reference interest rate key is not explained here. That's why go through the documentation. And however, for the documentation, I want you to put more focus on my notes. And then the question: what is the reference interest rate key? Type. What is the reference interest rate type? Write down. Okay, write down the question. What is the reference interest rate type? Answer. It is just a key which is used to enter interest rates. It is just a key which is used to enter interest rates. See, you have to enter the interest rates, right? 10%, 12%, 13%. Okay, you have to enter. So to enter those keys, you need to have. Okay, so to enter the rates, you need to have these keys. That's it. Okay, what is the use of reference interest rate type? Reference interest rate type is just a key which will be used to enter the rate of interest. Okay, let us see how to create the keys. Go inside. These are all existing ones. So we do have two types of interest: debits to credits. Debit interest and credit interest. So debit interest means what? The interest which is calculated on debit balance is called debit interest. The interest which is calculated on credit balance is called credit interest rate. Okay, so from that point of view, let me create here two types of interest calculation keys. Okay, so example, ZD, D, 1 no. Okay, anything, any number you can enter, ZD no, ZD no, okay, anything you can enter it. D, or maybe ZD, DR. Anything, any code you can enter it. Description, debit interest rate. This is short test. This is okay. Short test. This is long test. Effective from when it is valid? Starting of my financial year. Okay, 01/04/2022. Starting financial year. Now currently we're in 2022. Okay, keep this point in mind. And INR. Financial center not required. No need to worry. Just enter it and simply save it. Save it. Debit purpose I created. I need one more key for credit purpose, right? ZCR. So credit interest rate effective from starting of my financial year. In which currency are going to handle the transactions? Example INR. Press enter. Save it. Okay, save it. So why we have created two different interest rates? Okay, I'll explain it. Okay. So for example, whenever I take loan, okay, what is the accounting entry? Bank account data to bank term loan account. Okay. Now in this case, debit interest data, credit interest data, which rate will be applicable? Which rate will be applicable here? Debit interest or credit interest? Correct. Credit interest. Why is credit interest? The loan line item here. Here is credit line, credit side. On this it will be calculated. So credit rate will be applicable. Next, whenever we repayment. Okay, what is the accounting entry? Term loan account to bank account. See, term loan here debit. So on this debit interest. And whatever interest is calculated on debit balance is called debit interest, and whatever interest is calculated on credit balance is called credit interest. That's it. Okay, you don't need to write down for your quick reference purpose. I have mentioned it. Okay, na? Good. So what is the use of this transaction? So in this transaction here we have created reference interest rate keys. With the, it is just a key which would be used to enter the rate of interest in next activities. Okay, na? Good. Any idea? Any doubt? Clear? Okay. So in this activity we just created the keys. Okay, which are used to specify the rate of interest. One is for debit interest, another for credit interest. Debit interest is nothing but this would be calculated on debit balances. Credit interest rate will be calculated on credit balances. That's it. Nothing else. Simply save it. Go back. Go back. Next. See, if you observe here carefully, here interest rate type is specified, interest rate calculate type is specified, and rate is going to be specified here. But is there any link between these two things? Interest type, interest rate, there should be link, right? But where did you give the link so far? Nothing, nowhere, right? Okay, so now in this activity, I am going to set up the link between these two things. Interest calculation type ki, rate of interest ki link I am going to specify in this activity. Then system will understand, okay, in this type, okay, at this rate, interest will be calculated. Okay, write down. Next step, define time dependent terms. Define time dependent terms. Define time dependent terms. Define time dependent terms. Path same as the above one. T code OB81. T code OB81. Write down first, then I will show you. In this activity, we establish a link. We establish a link between interest indicator and reference interest rate type key. So interest indicator specifies what type of interest calculation. Reference interest rate type specifies rate of interest. Both should be linked, right? That's what I'm going to do in this transaction. Nothing else. Don't get confused. Okay. Good. In this activity, we establish a link between interest indicator and reference interest rate type. Good. Let's go and define it. Same path, no need to worry about the path. Just go inside. These are all existing entries. Forget. Go to new entries option. What is the interest indicator you created? ZDA. What is the rate of interest you created? ZDR. Okay, ZDR. Okay, currency INR. Effective from the combination. Serial number 1. So how system understand this is for debit purpose? Here you have to select it. Okay, can anyone tell me which is the relevant one here? Which one I'm supposed to select? First, second, third, fourth.
Last one, sir. Debit interest.
Last one, so correct. And debit interest, balance interest amount. Okay, here. See, 4 options are available here. Okay, arrears will be used for item interest purpose. Okay, now eliminate it. Which one here? Balance, we have to concentrate. So here this is for credit purpose, this is for debit purpose. Now for which one you are maintaining entry? First, debit purpose. That's why here debit. That's it. Is there any premium? No. Is any amount to applicable this combination? No. Then leave it. Then press enter. Simply save it. Save it. So what you do in this transaction? Here we establish a link between interest indicator and reference interest rate. Interest indicator specify type of interest, reference interest rate specify rate of interest. Both now linked from this date, effective date. Simply save it. Done. This is for debit purpose. Same way credit purpose. ZDA, INR, serial number 2, and here ZCR. How system understand that? Here you have to specify credit balance interest, the second one. Press enter it. Then save it. This is the way you are supposed to maintain this activity. Okay? Good. It got stuck. Already configured, right? Let me verify. This is for debit purpose. Credit was not specified. Enter it and save it. Save it. Done. Successfully maintain the transactions. So ZDA. Concept only this. One is credit purpose, another one is debit purpose. Save it. Okay. Good. Good. Next one is here. Did you specify anywhere rate of interest? Just a key was created, correct? But did you specify anywhere rate of interest? No, right? Now I am going to specify it. Write down. Enter interest rate values. Enter interest rate values. Okay? This is the place where you are supposed to enter the interest rates as and when they are changed it. Enter interest rate values. Enter interest rate values. Enter interest rate values. Path, same path. T code OB83. 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 path same as the above one. Okay, let's go and maintain the rates. Debit rates, credit rates, you have to maintain it, right? So go to new interest button. Okay, first credit rate, because main credit whenever you take loan. Okay, credit interest rate. Okay, effective from. Okay, example. You can enter. I'm going to take the term of 2 itself, right? So example. So okay, effective from this year. Okay, rate to 10%. And next ZDR 0104/2022. Okay, debit interest rate to 8%. Always credit interest rate will be more than debit interest rate. So the one example. Okay, so when you take the loan, so that on that, so the interest rate will be more. So if you deposit something, so then interest will be less. Example. So that's why. Okay, I entered here different rates. Anyway, don't worry. In live environment, you'll get the interest rates from the bank. Accordingly, we can maintain. But here you understand how to maintain it. You can enter any dummy data, just data. Just enter it and save it. Save it. Okay, as and when interest rates are changed, right? So again, you have to come back to this transaction and specify from which date the interest rates are changed. For example, June 1st onwards, interest rates are changed. So enter it here. Okay, good. Like this, you can do it. Okay, this is not required. This is a specific functional model for interest rate transformation rates. Okay, wait. After interest is calculated, it has to be posted to GL account side. So before going to perform this activity, you have to be ready with the bank term loan GL account number and interest GL account number. So then you can come back and maintain it here. Okay. So please write down next step. Create GL accounts. Create GL accounts. Create GL accounts. Create GL accounts. Okay, if you take the term loan compulsory, you have to create GL account, right? If you calculate interest, okay, compulsory, you have to have GL accounts. Write down those two things. Bank interest calculation, bank term, okay, one is for bank term loan account. Bank term loan account. Which account it is? It is a balance sheet item. Liability side, you are supposed to create it. Okay, field status group G05, you are supposed to maintain in that. Just for your quick reference purpose, inputs are provided here. You can refer the notes and you can maintain it, but quick reference purpose mentioned here. An interest account to say P&L item. Under expenses side, I am going to create it. Field status group G01, I am going to enter inside. Right down. These two accounts you are supposed to create it by using this transaction code. Okay, write down. I'll show you how to create it. First, which account you are going to create? Which account we are going to create? For what purpose? Bank terminal account. Bank terminal account, what type of account? It is a balance sheet item. Liabilities, assets are liabilities. So there, what is the number here? For liabilities key in my company code FT0, what is the series we are following? For example, you don't know. Assume. Example, you don't know. Then what we need to do here, Anand? Go to your account groups. You have already defined your account groups, right? Go to your account groups. If you go to your account groups, okay, in your chart of account, FTCA, maybe XX00, I think. Yeah, XX00 is the chart of account code assigned to my company code FT01. Here, check it. Which account you are going to create? Bank terminal account. Bank terminal account comes under which group? Liabilities. So liabilities, what is the range you are following? 1 lakh to 1 lakh 9999999. Okay. Then here you specify one number between them. Any number you can specify. Can anyone tell me one number? Enter the okay. Click on create button. Account group. liability. Assets are expenses are liabilities, revenues are liabilities. P&L account or balance sheet account. What is the purpose of the GL account? Bank term loan. Which bank? Example here, ICICI Bank term loan account. Just select it. Short test to long test to save date. Okay. Any doubt here? This section is called chart of account specific information, right? So you know very well all the fields in chart of account section, what type of fields you're supposed to fill it and why we have to set up. Apart from this, niche GL master record, we require company code specific details also. These two tabs come under company code specific details. Okay, you have to understand these two fields also. So each and every field I already explained in my classroom notes, Excel. So please refer it. Account currency means in which currency the GL account is going to be created. Example INR. Okay. Only balance in local currency. If you select it, transactions will be handled only in local currencies. Next, tax is not required, leave it. Okay, next it's not reconciliation account, so leave it. Okay, so tolerance will be not required because it's not a clearing account. Alternate reconciliation, alternate account number also not required because we don't have country specific chart of accounts. Next, open item management, it's not a clearing account, so we don't have, we no need to select it. So select line item display and sort key 001 and go to create bank interest data tab. And here field status group, since it's a bank GL account, so specify 005. So bank related field status group. And you don't need to set post automatically because I'm going to post the transactions manually. And relevant to cash flow is required. Yes, bank related GL account. House bank and all will not be required. Okay, here interest indicator. Okay, what is the interest indicator we have created? ZDA, right? Specified. Interest calculation frequency 1 monthly once. You no need to specify these two tabs, these two fields. Automatically, system will update these two fields and on which date for which month we executed. Understand? For which month, for on which date we executed interest calculation. So these two details will be filled automatically. You don't need to worry about this. So now save it. GL account is successfully created with the interest indicator mapping section. Because entire mapping has been done at interest indicator level. Finally, the same interest indicator is specified in the bank loan account. So the same bank loan GL account will be used to post the term loan. So accordingly, interest will be calculated. Okay, you'll understand. Don't worry. This is for bank term loan account purpose. Successfully, you have created. What is the second GL account we required? Interest account. What type of account it is? P&L account. P&L accounts revenues, expenses are there. Which group it is? Expenses. Okay, good. I understood. Expenses, what is the range you're following? 4 lakh to 4 lakh 999. So what is the number you would like to allocate? Example here, 400, 450. I want to allocate it for rent purpose, interest purpose. Any code you can enter, not an issue. Click on the create button. Account group, expenses, P&L account, description, interest account, short test to long test to same test to. Okay, account currency INR, only balance in local currency. You no need to select any details here. Line item display, sort key. This is general account, right? So G01. And next, no need to select relevant to cash flow, no need to specify interest indicator settings. Okay, enough. No need to do any settings. If you want, you can select post automatically also because interest is going to be calculated automatically and posted. If you want, you can select it. Otherwise, leave it, no problem. Save it. Done. Like this, what are GL accounts you require? Those two accounts are created. But how system will calculate interest and post to this GL account automatically is you have to perform one more activity. So let's perform this activity. Last configuration activities. Prepare GL account balance interest calculation. Prepare GL account balance interest calculation. Prepare GL account balance interest calculation. Okay. So path, if you want, you can write it down from the beginning. Otherwise, you can write down up to bank interest account calculation. The path is same. Write down like this. Path up to bank account interest calculation same as the above one. Above one means what? Not this one. These configuration activities. GL account to separate. Write down. Up to bank account interest calculation same as the above one. Same as the above one. Up to bank account interest calculation same as the above one. Next, interest posting. Interest posting. Next, put arrow mark and write down. Prepare GL account balance interest calculation. Prepare GL account balance interest calculation. Prepare GL account balance interest calculation. T code OBV2. OBV2. What we are going to do in this transaction? Okay, note. In this transaction, we are going to specify GL account determination. In this transaction, we are going to specify GL account determination. In this transaction, we are going to maintain GL account determination for automatic postings of interest calculation. In this activity, we are going to maintain GL account determination for automatic postings of interest calculation. Automatic postings of interest calculation. Okay, let us see what to do. Okay, so I want you to write it down this activity. So please write it down. Okay, very, very important. In case if you make any mistake here, it will not work. Write down. Click on IMG activity button. However, you know this activity is there in the notes. Please write it down. Click on the IMG activity button. They're all existing buttons. Okay, existing entities. Forget about this. Click on account symbols button first. After you click on IMG active button, once you come inside now, so you have to write it down. Click on symbols button. Click on account symbols. Click on symbols button. Okay, symbols button. Okay, so can anyone tell me what is the accounting entry system will generate when we calculate interest on bank? If you understand that, then you can easily understand all these things. Okay, so who can say? Sai Pradeep, tell me the accounting entry if you calculate interest on term loans. What is the accounting entry if you calculate interest on bank loan? Sundar, Suresh, or Sudha? Sandhya, Rangareddy.
Interest on capital account without the capital account.
Interest account at interest account at loan account.
Loan account bit to interest.
Correct. Okay, so there's a confusion in the also confused. So interest account to okay, we are paying, so debit. So to bank time loan account liability. So credit. Simple. Okay. Write down. Okay, see here, two accounts or two line items are going to be generated, right? I am not going to post this transaction manually. Understand? System will calculate interest, okay, for the particular period and post the interest amount to this account and to this account automatically. But how the system will pick up the GL accounts automatically and post it, I'm going to specify the GL account determination in backend, okay, configuration side. Okay, here you tell me which are the symbols I am supposed to use it. Based on the accounting entry you understood, tell me the symbols. Which symbols we are going to use it. If you want, you can create own symbols also, but already available, these are more than enough. Okay, tell me what is the user symbol? The symbols are going to be used to specify the GL codes. So which symbol I am supposed to use it here? Anyone? Vinod?
002.
Why 002?
2000.
Interest paid.
Okay, why 002? Why he is telling 003, 002? Interest paid, right? So that's why, yes. Against this key, okay, we will assign interest account. Okay, what about the other line item? So for example, see here, interest. So 0002 will work out. What about the bank term loan account? So to pick up this GL code, so which symbol I am supposed to use to maintain the GL account? Which symbol?
202.
002, okay, debit line item. Okay, so far you understood the source. What about the second line item? Bank account is going to be bank terminal account is going to be generated, right? So against which symbol I need to specify the GL code?
2000.
Yes, correct. 2000. See, so are separate ones. Only GL account point of view, two symbols are there, 1000 and 2000. This is for received purpose. So this is for paid purpose. Interest we are paying, we are receiving, paying. So in that case, okay, 2000 is the interest option. Okay, good. So write down the symbols. What did I say? Click on account symbols, right? Write down the symbol names, symbols. Click on symbols button. Next, write down the symbols. 0002 interest paid. 2000 GL account paid. Interest will not be paid manually. Automatically, system will calculate and post it on the download whatever we are receiving. Write down 0002 interest paid. Next 2000 GL account paid. Okay, you don't need to create it, just verify it. That's it. Click on accounts button. And we have to use these symbols and maintain the GL accounts. Click on accounts symbols button. Enter your chart of accounts. Enter your chart of accounts. Press enter. Press enter. Okay, press enter. So you also draw a table like this. Account symbol, currency, GL account. Okay, like this you prepare one table and write down the values like this. I'll show you the same thing in the SAP system. Draw one table, three columns, so two rows. The three rows like this. Write down the values also. Okay, the same thing I'll show you in SAP system also. Yeah, what is the account symbol? 0002. Okay, in which currency? INR. Okay, so 0002 is for what purpose? Interest paid. So when the interest is calculated, to which account it has to be posted? My GL account, which I created for loan purpose. Okay, and what is the other symbol? 2000. In which currency? INR. What is the GL account? 400, 450. The terminal account. I'm supposed to enter it. But I may take the term loan from different banks. ICICI Bank, okay, Dhanlakshmi Bank, okay, and then Karur Vaishya Bank. Like the different banks, we have taken the loan. In that case, each and every GL loan account, you have to create one GL code, right? So each and every time I need to come to this transaction, maintain it. But instead of that, right, system recommends us use plus. Plus is for valid for all the GL accounts, valid for all the bank term loan GL accounts. So, but actually, what is the length of GL account in SAP? 10 digits. That's why we have to enter here 10 times. Okay, plus 10 times because length of GL account in SAP is 10 digits. So 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Plus enter it. Then save it. This kind of plus, entering the plus, what do you call? GL masking. Instead of specifying the exact GL account, so it will be applicable for all the accounts. Okay, that's why how to maintain like this. Okay, if someone asks you what is the GL masking, like the bank accounts point of view, BRS point of view, it will be used it. Write down the symbols. This is called GL masking and save it. Plus what on GL masking. Save it. Save it. Now successfully done. So whenever the interest is calculated, system will pick up this account. Okay, post interest amount and bank loan account point of view. Okay, the account which where we have specific interest indicator now, that account will be picked up. And while posting this debit time, how system will pick up? Okay, posting key here I'll show you. Okay, okay, save it. Press enter, save it. Next, click on posting specification button. Click on posting specification button in the same screen. Click on posting specification button. But how system understand the posting key side, I'll show you here. See, so there are multiple entries. Forget about 1000, all these things. Okay, you have to scroll down. See, if you scroll down, one by one entries will be displayed. So which entry you're supposed to check it? This our entry. Yes. See, what is business transaction 2000? Business transaction 2000 is interest paid posting. Okay, correct. Company, okay, this logic, this entry is valid for all the company codes. So here plus. Okay, this entry is applicable for all the type of interest indicators. So plus. This entry is valid for all type of business area. So that's why plus. So this is the account symbol I have used for interest account. This is the account symbol I have used for loan account. But wherever this is coming debit side, which posting key system should pick up? So 40. Here I have declared it. And here credit. So 50. So like this system understand. So please make sure. Okay, you have entry, okay, like this in your system. Like this. Then without any errors, you can post interest. If there is no entry configured like this in your system, by default it is there 100%. It will be there. In case if it was not configured like this, okay, you'll face accounting mapping issues. So that's why. So please make sure. Okay, please make sure you have an entry as shown below in the posting specification tab. Right now, please make sure you have an entry as shown below in the posting specification tab. posting specification tab. Like this item. Okay, business transaction 2000 interest paid, interest indicator plus, company code plus, business area plus, debit posting ki 40, credit posting ki 50, account symbol, debit ki, okay, the interest account 002, bank like this. Like this. The same. See interest indicator, see business bank transaction, okay, next interest indicator, business areas, and this one, account symbols, this one. Okay, good. I done this. It's very, very important. Otherwise, interest will not be calculated. Let me know once you're done. Just 2-3 minutes. Please wait. Don't leave. Two minutes max. Okay, done? Done. So now all the configuration activities, okay, required for interest indicator in interest calculation are completed. So entire section is available here in the IMG screen, bank interest calculation. So here subsections are available. All the activities are covered. That's it. Okay. Next to testing part. Testing means what? Okay, what we have to do? Whatever interest indicator you have calculated, right? All the settings are, you have to see here. All the settings, if you observe, all the settings are done at interest indicator level. So finally, the interest indicator has to be assigned in your loan account. Okay. After that, so we have to take the term loan. So what is the accounting entry? Bank account added to bank term loan account. After that, we have to run the interest calculation. So then system will calculate interest and generate the accounting entry, interest account added to bank term loan account. So tomorrow I'll show you how to calculate interest and how to push to GL accounts and how to verify the ledger balances one by one. Okay, na? So by tomorrow it will be finished. It will take 2 sessions. Clear? Today we finish the configuration part. So tomorrow we'll finish, okay, testing part. Okay, na? So don't miss the classes. Okay, and do practice and send me the screenshot of your practice on daily basis in the group. If you stuck up with any issues, okay, let me know. Post the message or error screenshot, whatever, you get it in the group. Okay, and one more important point. I have been asking the fees, pending fees from mid of last month. Okay, most of the people not have taken this as serious and clear. So by today, EOD, if not cleared, so by evening 9 o'clock, 10 o'clock, you will be removed from the group. Okay, will not be added. Seriously. Thanks for understanding. Okay.